Hey Whiskey Tube, this is F&G Whiskey, and we're going to review Maker's Mark Wood Finishing Series. Can't talk. Anyway, this is one that I always try to look for every year. I'm not a huge Maker's Mark guy, but these tend to usually be unique and have good flavor. So I always try to seek them out. I've been able to get the last few releases, and just it seems like every time they get better and better over time. I think this one's unique because I believe they have one in the top of the rick house, one at the bottom of the rick house. And I think these bourbons are drastically different as far as flavor points. So I think that's pretty unique on, something that they did. Now, these range from 109 to I believe 1010. So I think that's the proof point that I really like. It's usually never too hot, and usually you get good sense of flavor. So basically I've got a review pulled up for both of these, and we'll just go through the reviews and see if we find the notes and what we think overall. So this is the BRT 01. I know one of the reviews that I frequent, one of the channels I like to watch, they call it the license plate series, which I think fits it really well. I don't know how they come up with these names, but it's always fun. So this says on the nose I should get a robust oak, maple syrup, burnt butter, and dark caramel cider, very rich and unique. And it is just that. I mean, these flavors just jump out of the glass at me. I don't have the best nose. Had some nose issues growing up, and tend to have pretty rough allergies. So sometimes it's really tough for me to find stuff on the nose, but everything that he's saying here, maple syrup, dark caramel, the cider. I don't know about the burnt butter, but I mean, it could be in there. So on the palate, he gets dark fruits, dried fruits, charred oak, blackberries, vanilla, a touch of uniqueness that's hard to pinpoint, which is weird for one of these reviewers. They usually pull things out of the sky. Definitely get the dark fruits. Definitely get some charred oak. Vanilla. Maybe blackberry, but it's not overwhelming blackberry. I get something. Finish does linger. Hazelnut, nutmeg, and a touch of tobacco. Slight dryness. I would say that hits the nail on the head as far as what I'm getting. The fruits are so dominant, it almost reminds me of a Buffalo Trace product with that heavy cherry. It's just very predominant, and it's not the same flavor or anything like that. You just really get that punch of fruit. And it's really hard for me to find fruit. I find it on Buffalo Trace, but on other products, especially a lot like Heaven Hill products, it's really hard for me to find it. There is a little bit of astringency on that oak, but as far as, all the things they're doing to this bourbon, I wouldn't be surprised if, something comes off a little off-putting. Overall, I think it's a solid bourbon. I paid $65 each. I think MSRP's around $60. If you can find these, they're a no-brainer to try. Blending them, all that fun stuff, who knows? Let's go to O2. So it says buttery oak, banana bread, French oak, light burnt caramel, hints of barrel char, and Dad's root beer barrel candies. Buttery oak. I do get the banana bread. I don't know about the root beer. That Sam Houston 15 year, I get that root beer, that barrel root beer on the palate, on the nose, everything. I really like it. And I personally am not finding the root beer. So on the palate, we get charred oak, burnt caramel, dried raisins, syrup, and green peppercorn. A sharp spice in leather. Definitely get burnt caramel. Maybe raisin. I do get the syrup. Charred oak, I think, is a no-brainer on this, being a wood finishing series. And I get like a minty spice in the back. I don't know what green peppercorn even tastes like, so I won't even comment to that. He might be nail on the head. Me personally, I've never had green peppercorn. So let's see what about the finish. Now on this, it says baking spice, burnt oak, leather, robust French oak, drying, lingerie, sharp, dry oak. I get a little of that, I think it's the French oak that is fighting me a little bit. It's not a note that I necessarily love on Maker's Mark. This does linger for quite a while. I get a little bit of mint on the back end. I'm not going to go away from the mint. I do get that a little bit. Baking spice, burnt oak. But yeah, like I said, man, it's $60. You can't go wrong with these. If you find them a little above, I would say 70, 75 is probably my point of where I'm kind of looking at the clerk cross-eyed. But these are always good. It's not my everyday. Maker's Mark is not something that I like sit down and yearn for. It's just one of those things where once in a while it'll be a Friday and I'll be like, you know, I haven't had one of those in a while. And then they never disappoint. If I had to lean anyway, I would probably lean towards this one just because I really like the fruit that I'm getting on it. This one's solid. You're really splitting hairs. They're very similar in that in the vanilla or the French oak. The French oak I'm not a huge fan of. But I would say my pick would be this one just because of the fruit. I really like the fruit aspect. Everybody's palate's different. You may love this one. I would have expected banana on the palate after smelling that banana bread. It was very prevalent, but I didn't really get it. Dried raisin, I'm not really finding it, but it could be back in there. My palate just might not be as developed as this reviewer. So on F&G Whiskey, we love to push community. So I love to build up that community. I'm gonna have a Facebook, I'm gonna have an Instagram, and just wanna find a way to link people and be able to talk about bourbon and enjoy it together, you know, maybe do live streams, things of that nature. This is a brand new channel, so looking for all the support we can get. Be nice in the comments, don't kill me, but like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any requests, send them out. I mean, I'm always open to do stuff. I've got sample Sundays where I'm gonna take somebody's sample and I'm gonna review it, see what I think. And yeah, just really excited about the channel. If you have any questions, reach out. Thank you.